Can we actually connect that to the power as well? Can we? Oh, yeah, it looks like it. Come on. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that is so awesome. Look at it. Hello, everybody. It is Yold here, and welcome back to another video. And today, we are taking a look at Planet Nomads. Now, this is actually a game that I've been looking at for a little while now. I've been following the progress, and this is their first closed alpha, I think? I don't know, but it's really, really early, and they sent over a copy for us to take a look at. And the closest I could kind of explain this game to be would be a mixture of No Man's Sky and Scrap Mechanics. So if you guys are a fan of either of those, I recommend sticking around. Now, for the most part, there's nothing really No Man's Sky related in this game. That'll all come down the road. Right now, this game is mostly a creative building style game, and I think that's really cool because over here on the channel, we absolutely love building and every sort of sandbox style game. So pretty much, we're in the middle of a massive world which has just fields upon fields and trees for miles. But basically, how we're going to traverse that area is we've got to start by placing down this jack here. It's kind of like the car jack in Scrap Mechanic, except you can't really lift it up and down. It kind of just sits there, but it's perfect so you can, you know, start building your vehicles. So we've got all sorts of blocks that they've given us off the bat right here. We've got 1 through 6. There's a bunch of different blocks here. Boop-a-doo-doo. We can place all sorts of things. Little cockpits, tires, suspensions, all sorts of stuff. But we also have a bunch of other blocks we can use by pressing, I think it's B. Yeah, we get an entire access to this crazy list of all sorts of blocks, which I can't wait to take a look at. I really haven't done much. I've built a car, that's about it, so I just wanted to have a little bit of knowledge before we started recording today, but God, there are a lot of cool things that I want to take a look at later. But for now, let's get seeing if we can make another car to get driving around. So we've got to build the base of this thing first by placing a bunch of these blocks. Now once that's done, we've got to get the tires on there. Now we could just place them on like that, but I don't think that's wise because they do give us these suspension things right here, which look kind of weird, gonna be honest. That's some weird looking suspension, I must say. But I think if we place a tire on it, it's just gonna lower it down a bit. Yeah, there we go. And it looks pretty cool if you ask me. But let's go ahead and plop all these on the other sides. So next step is to get this cockpit onto this thing. And what is really cool about this game is we actually can use our jetpack, which is super awesome because it gets us a better altitude so we can kind of have a better view of what we want to place on here. Still not that good at it though. Oh, come on. I still placed it in the wrong place. Come on. We got to get it right there. Yes, there we go. We did it. No, I deleted the wrong one. No, what is wrong with me? There we go. I got it now. And the last thing that we're going to need for this vehicle here is to go ahead and put on a generator. Generators are super important. It's kind of like an engine in Scrap Mechanic. You gotta have them on there to power anything up. But there we go. That's on there now, which is fantastic. Now, that would be everything we need, but it's actually getting kind of dark. And I think that there are some lights that we can actually put on this thing, or we could just, you know, press F and get our little flashlight. But I want to put some lights on our little truck car. What do you even call this thing? It's just like a weird thing. It's a space cruiser. I don't think it even has a name, but whatever. I think if we go in here, we can go ahead and we can find something. What do we got here? Okay, yeah, perfect. A front mount light. That'll work perfectly. So we can put those on there. But lastly, what we are going to need to do in order to get this thing to actually start driving and going around the place, guys, is we have to actually go ahead and switch out of build mode by pressing tab. Boom! Look, we're back into just a regular mode. But now we've got all these different things that are popping up. If you ever look at any part of this thing now, it's got all these different things. If we look at this cockpit, you got whatever this is. You look at all these tires, you've got so many different things, even the wheels or these lights. Everything's got a different thing on it, but they all mean something. So first off, we gotta power this thing up. We've got all these tires, but they're not gonna move unless we give them power. So what we've got to do is grab it like that. And I think there's little things right there on all of these different things. You get these little markers that mean that it's got to get power. So you can just connect it like that and boom, the light's on. Fantastic. And we kind of just have to do that same thing for all of the tires and everything on this. Okay, everything is now connected with power. And you can actually see there's these cool little green lines that connect everything, so you can actually see what's powered and what is not. Now, I think we are about ready to actually take off. There's just one more thing that I think we gotta do, which is we have to flip the direction of this side's tires like that, and we have to make it so that they can turn by doing this and making it steering. So now these wheels can actually turn as well. But I think that's about it. I know there's a few other things we can do, like we can change how strong the pressure of these suspensions are, but I don't really want to get into that. I think we can turn up the speed of the speed of these tires and all. But I don't really know much about this game yet. This is really about the knowledge I have, and I don't really want to mess with anything I don't understand just yet. But right now, I want to go ahead and start driving this thing around. So let's go ahead and take it off this lift. Come on. Oh, we gotta put on build mode, and boop! There we go! And it's completed! Our little buggy! Oh, this is super cool. Okay, guys, we are going to now go ahead, and we're gonna hop in this thing. Oh! Look at that! Oh, this is so cool. We're in a little buggy. And you can look around. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. So now it's super simple to drive. All we gotta do is use our arrow keys or our WASD, and we can just start driving around throughout this world. And oh, this is so fun. Okay, let's just drive around for a bit, guys, and see what lies around this world. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys for a bit. I think I'm lost. I was wandering into this forest here, like kind of making a little path, weaving in between the trees, but all of a sudden I don't know where I came in, and there's just so many trees I can't really get out. Like, I'm just getting stuck. Oh god, this isn't good. I think I've got to go in that way, but I'm really just stuck. So I think this is actually the perfect time for us to hop out of our vehicle, because there's actually a few other things we can use to our advantage in this game, which is the tools. So if we press T, it'll pull out our whatever this is. It seems to be like a blade saw or something, and we can switch between that and this here, which is like a mining tool. But they're both useful for their own things, and from what I've seen, this tool here is actually useful for cutting down trees, which is exactly what's in our way right here. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Can we just saw this down? Yes! We cut down a tiny little twig. Man, I feel like a professional lumberjack. That's what I am. Guys, call ye old the lumberjack. I'll be there whenever you need me to chop down your nice old twigs. I got your back, guys. But no, let's go over here too now and see what we can do without this giant tree. Come on, get down. Yes, I think I got it. Oh, and it's timber! Timber! The trees are coming down. Oh, that's so cool. And can we actually get rid of it by sawing it? Can it go away now? It's still in my way. Oh, there we go. I guess we got it. Awesome. So this means we can kind of break open a path in this world by sawing stuff down, which is super cool. It can kind of get us away out of this extremely tight-knit little forest here, and we can get back on our way after we chop down all this junk. Okay, so I just went ahead and I kind of like chopped down this entire forest. Everything seems to be looking good here. I don't think I'm missing anything. It looks like we got a good clear path in front of us. I just love it. We can kind of use this jetpack to just go up and get a good aerial view of everything. I love it. But let's go ahead now and hop back in here and see if we can get out of this forest. Now I'm hoping these things are going to despawn soon, or at least they're not going to be in our way, because right now I'm hoping we could just make it out of here and we don't have too many troubles. Oh my god, I'm getting stuck in some holes or something. But okay, here we go. Can we make it out? Oh, come on, you stupid twigs. I cut you down. Come on, get out of my way. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on, but there are a few twigs underneath our little car here, and they seem to have vanished, so I guess they did despawn eventually. And we're back, and we're driving again. Fantastic. We're back on the road. Oh, or not. Oh, man. Are we fine? Okay, there we go. We were caught in a few holes from the trees we cut down. But there we go. Back on our journey across these fields that we can barely see. It's so hard to see at night. But I guess it's cool that this game does have kind of a day-night cycle as well. Okay, whoa. We're getting stuck in another forest. Let's just not and say we did. Let's go ahead and turn around and just start going back in this direction where we can. I like that idea. I prefer to stay out of these forests and actually stay in some nice open fields. But yeah, the game has some cool little night and day cycles, which is really awesome and whatnot. But yeah, I want to actually hop out of the car right now, or whatever this thing is. Yeah, our buggy thing. Because I was just showing you guys what the cutting tree down tool was, the cutter or whatever. But there's also the mining tool that I want to share with you, which actually mines the ground, which is super cool because look, oh my god, we can manipulate the entire terrain, which is always cool for a game to have that. I could just imagine, what if Scrap Mechanic had some terrain manipulating tool? That would be really, really cool. Imagine all the crazy things you could build. You could build tiny underground caves with little huts inside them. I don't even know, but I think it's a cool idea to have this here, and maybe we'll use it in the future at some point. But actually, let's run over here. I want to see how this thing would work with this. Okay, we got this rock here. What happens if we try mining this? Is it gonna break? Oh, whoa, we just took down that whole rock. Okay, that's cool. I can get behind that. That's pretty neat. Yeah, that's pretty neat. And we are finally seeing the sun rise. I've been sitting around for a little bit, guys, just trying to wait out for day to come because it's been so dark and I haven't been wanting you to have to sit through the horrible night and all because the lights, they tend to be a bit buggy sometimes and they flicker on and off. So I'd like to just chill out in the daylight, just not only because the lights flicker a bit, but because it looks so much prettier in the daylight. Just look at this grass. It gets so vibrant and I absolutely love it. But yeah, we're gonna start taking camp here, guys. We're gonna start setting up camp because I don't really want to keep driving around. The whole world is kind of similar for the time being. There's not too much to it other than cool rolling hills, which they can be fun. I love driving up and down them and rolling around, but I think for now I want to just chill out and see what we can do with some of the other blocks in this game. And I want to get a feel for what else this game has to offer. So I was taking a look in this utility setting here of the blocks. There's a utility type, and it seems there's quite a few things that we can use in it. There's this fence. I want to take a look at all of these. Then we've got fence corners, and we've even got some things called rotating plates and hinges, and I really want to see what these actually mean because they could be something that's really important in this game. Maybe like, you know, how hinges could be maybe like a bearing in Scrap Mechanic, which that could change the game up like insanely, and I would love to see what this game could offer if that's the case. But there's also a few other things here. We've got a beacon and a tripod light, some cool stuff, but let's go ahead and exit out of here and start testing out what some of these things might actually be. Okay, before I actually start placing any of this stuff, I actually wanted to go ahead and maybe build somewhat of a flat area just for us to get all of our stuff going at. Maybe like a little workstation of sorts. I don't really know what I'm saying, but let's just, you know, build up some sort of big open flat area for us to start working on. I think that'd be cool. Okay, guys, so I've gone ahead and built this really flat thing here using all of the little square blocks, and I actually found a slope block as well in the little inventory that looked pretty cool. And I also noticed that we have this third person mode, which is pretty neat as well, so you can actually see your character, which is kind of cool, especially when you use your jetpack, because you can just go soaring off, woohoo, and you can see your little jetpack going, which is neat. But let's not pay attention to that for now. Let's go ahead and start seeing what we can actually do with some of these other blocks. So we had these ones. We had the hinge here, and we also had the, whatever this thing here was called, a rotating plate. Okay, so I don't think that either of these are going to be, I'm not sure. Let's place down a generator and actually see if these things can be affected by power. That could be useful as well. But let's go ahead, place a few things on these each just to see how they work. Oh god. Okay, so that thing, that's affected by gravity, I guess. That's unique. That's nice to know. But is it also affected by power? That would be really good to know as well. So let's go out of this mode, and let's see. If we go over to this thing and grab the power here, can we connect it to anything? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Maybe that'll be added in the future, but for now, actually, let's just take this off. Let's go away. Go. Shoot, there you go. But let's go ahead now and take a look at this thing here. And what happens if we kind of just hit this? Oh yeah, it moves as well. Oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, those are two really cool things, and I don't really know what we could do with them, but I'd absolutely love to hear your guys' suggestions. So maybe in the future we can take a look at these and actually do some crazy things with them. But let's go ahead and get rid of those for now because it doesn't look like we can actually do much with those. Okay, so I just messed around for a little while here placing a bunch of these fence things. These were mentioned as one of the little, whatever they're called. They were under utility, but I don't really see what makes them a utility. They're just a building block. But But whatever, I guess that's cool. But that's almost everything for all of the utility items. There was also this thing here, which seemed like they said it was a light, so maybe we could actually connect it to the power source as well. Oh yeah, there we go. We got a little bit. It's a little bit brighter in here. I like that as well. But the last thing that was under utility was a beacon of sorts right here. If we go ahead and place that. Oh, that thing's big. Actually, let's go ahead and place that outside. I don't really want that inside of here. But can we actually connect that to the power as well? Can we? Oh yeah, it looks like it. Come on. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that is so awesome. Look at it. It's just shining into the sky. Oh, I love it so much. Oh wait, guys, I just had an idea. Okay. This could be a really dumb idea, but let me test something out. Okay, so we're gonna power up this thing, and I kind of just put it on this really dumb, the spinny thing, because I wanted to see what if we actually started trying to spin this thing. Is this whole thing gonna move the entire beam as well? I mean, it should, but I kind of just wanted to. Okay, this isn't really moving. I thought this was gonna work better. Maybe if we have a giant little thing sticking out like this. Is this whole thing gonna move? Oh yes! There we go! Is that thing spinning? Oh yes! The little beam is spinning! Oh, that is so dumb, but I love it! It's so goofy. I don't even know why I cared so much about that. I mean, kind of probably the thought of just imagining this thing being powered and just seeing this thing spin would just be kind of like a light show of sorts. Whatever. I don't know. I'm getting too into this game. Not really. Being into games is rad, guys. I thought that was a little bit goofy and something neat to take a look at. Okay, guys, so I don't even know where I've gone with this game. I just started making random things because I wanted to mess around with the game. But, maybe if you guys are liking this game, we can go ahead and maybe next episode, if you guys are interested, we could take a look at maybe building a cool house or something. I don't know, making a crazy vehicle of sorts. I don't know, let me know what you guys want to see in the future, because I actually really like this game. I think it really fits my style of game. It has a lot of similarities with Scrap Mechanic, and I would really like to continue with it. So if you guys are enjoying it, make sure to let me know in the comments and by leaving a like, so that I will know that you want to see more, and so we can go ahead and play some more of it. But for now, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!